Folks, shoot. The Oval is on fire. Another 10 out of 10. I thoroughly enjoyed this episode, season 6, episode 7, If These Walls Could Talk. Now, similar to last week, there are a couple of things I could be nitpicky about, but I'm not, just because the episode as a whole kept me on the edge of my seat the entire time. And I just hope and pray that between now and the mid-season finale, the momentum continues, because this show has made a believer out of me, especially after last season. But yeah, this was a banger episode. We're moving things forward. Things are getting wild to the point where I'm like, this is only episode 7. And I saw the promo for episode 8. Matter of fact, I just recorded the episode 8 trailer breakdown video, because thanks to those who sent me the trailer after the episode aired. Makes my job a whole lot easier. If things are getting this crazy, continuing down this road of getting intense, what in the world is the mid-season finale going to look like? Holy crap. So, before we go into the breakdown, make sure you take a moment to hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Hit subscribe, because we are less than 400 people away from 290,000 subscribers. And hit that bell icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content on the channel. So, man, oh man, we start off the episode and it's intense. Donald is shaking up. And I can't remember the last time I saw this man literally shaken up to this extent. I mean, when I think back to season 1, that one episode called The 5 Families, when he couldn't bring himself to strangle Lily, and then he broke down and revealed that, the whole country is ran by these 5 families, and you just know too much, and oh God, Lily, I'm sorry. And that was like the only time I seen him this flustered. But yeah, he is still just confused by everything going on. So Kyle comes in and is like, so what's happening, man? What's going on? And he can't believe that. Wait. You're telling me Hunter calls you from the Oval? That can't be right, because those phones can't be tapped or anything. And like, Donald's asking all the questions you would of a Secret Service agent trying to find out what's going on, and Kyle can't give him an answer. And then that's when he has that moment of realization, like, oh my God. So he and Kyle rush down to the Oval, and Max like, wait, you can't go in there. So those two rush down, and then like a bunch of guards swarm in there, and then they see what's going on. And I can't believe it. First of all, I was right. But Eli and Victoria's bodies were left hanging in the Oval. And even more shocking is the fact that they showed it. Holy crap. For obvious reasons, I cannot use it for the thumbnail, which sucks, because I know the video would get a ton of views, but YouTube would block the video before I can even hit publish. So if you have not watched the episode, go watch it, because they literally show it. And I'm like, holy crap, the balls. So they get him down, and the whole time they're yelling at Max, how did this happen? Like, I don't know. And to Max's credit, he wouldn't know, because if memory serves, okay, because yeah, episode 5 ended with Hunter, yeah, and then episode 6 so if I'm not mistaken, Agent Kane was at the door when Hunter and Jason and them rolled in there through the back entrance, the secret tunnel. So then when it swapped hands to Max, like, he had no idea what was going on. He just knew that Agent Kane's like, hey, just take over for me, stand in front of the door, don't let anybody in, and that's about it. So they're trying to see if there's any sort of pulse. They can't find any. The medics come in, and it's just crazy. So you got Kyle and Sam and Max just going ham, because they can't believe what's going on. Now, on another part of the White House, Priscilla goes up to the residency and wants to see Hunter, but Isaac blocks her, saying you can't go in there. So, they have a little exchange of words till Isaac's like, I hate this job. It's funny. It's like, I don't get paid enough for this, which is something that happens later in the episode with another character who you can't blame him. Now, Priscilla then goes down to the kitchen to talk with Richard, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're in like red arrow status, meaning that they have to stay put. And she just checks on him, because this man is freaking out because with everything going on between his dad and Nancy, his son being dead, he's just coming to pieces. And, with being trapped like an animal in a cage because of the red arrow protocol, he's just, losing it. Now, he breaks down to the point like, this is all Nancy's fault. And don't you dare say it isn't her fault because, Priscilla's always trying to like calm Richard down. Like, no, everything's going to be okay. No, it's not. It's like, I want her dead. You don't mean that, Richard. Look, she wouldn't be my first body. Your first body. And I'm thinking like, he's going to let it slip about his dad. But it's like, oh, no. I was at war, Priscilla. Oh, yeah. Well, you're not at war. And I'm thinking to myself, Priscilla, with everything you've been doing to Sam since season 2, you are the last person to try to tell Richard, who is the victim in this, you are trying to tell Richard, oh, you're not at war with your spouse. And keep in mind, even though I do feel Priscilla had a hand in pushing Sam into what happened with Victoria, similar to Richard, she too is the victim. Yet you would think she would sympathize with Richard more than Nancy, but because her and Nancy are friends, come on now. So Richard gets a phone call. And I guess it's the bank or somebody just letting him know. And he puts it on speaker too. He's like, well, what's going on? Yeah, your wife has cleared all your accounts. Wait, all of them? Yes, your stock, your savings, your 401k, your retirement. And then he hangs up. And then he looks at Priscilla's like, so I'm not at war, huh? And Priscilla's like, Nancy, oh gosh, what are you doing, Nancy? So later in the episode, I might as well talk about it right here because Priscilla is still in the kitchen. Richard comes back because he stepped out to go somewhere. I don't know where he went. Nancy calls and then Richard notices, like, pick it up, put it on speaker. No, I'm not answering the phone, Richard. Fine. So he steps out. Then Priscilla gets on the phone and she's like, did you take all this money? Sure did. I want to teach him a lesson. I closed all of his accounts. I bought diamonds. I bought Dale a car. I gave some of that stuff away. Hey, I got something nice for you. Oh, in the midst of the conversation, Kyle asked Priscilla to come with him to go see Donald. But Nancy is just sitting up there, just smoking and everything. And I'm just like, are you freaking kidding me right now? And also, Nancy and Dale, when they got back to the house from the spending spree, they meet up with Sharon sitting outside. And, before Sharon could get any answers, Nancy's like, let's just go inside. And Dale is being the bartender. Dale, go make me and Sharon a drink. This early? Child, what I'm about to tell you, you're going to need a drink. So Dale comes back, and then that's when Sharon learns about Barry being dead. And I love how I brought this up a couple weeks ago because I said Sharon is probably going to think Kareem did it because of the whole bloody phone. And I was right. She thought that, but no, that I don't know what you're talking about, Sharon, but that can't be. And she does mention a police situation explaining her absence. And that the man from the cult told me that they did it. Look, I don't know exactly what's going on, but I saw it with my own eyes. Barry's dead. She breaks down. It's like, so I told you, you need that drink, huh? I don't want a drink. More for me then. I'm just sitting there like, Nancy, come. This woman is just unhinged right now. And I don't even know what to say to it. All right. So Bobby and Simone arrive at the White House in the midst of all the chaos, and Bobby gets Alonzo to stop and tell him what's going on. Sir, it's Red Arrow. Red Arrow. And then Simone's like, wait, what's Red Arrow? So, ma'am, I need to get you to, Alonzo's like, yes, Bobby, could you get the First Lady to the Chief of Staff's office? You go talk to him. So they go. And Lily is just, well, not going to say hello, Bobby? Oh, Miss Winthrop. And Simone's looking at her up and down like, oh, Lord, here we go. So Bobby just gets out of the awkward situation and Alan is left, because they're all trying to figure out what Red Arrow is. Well, Simone's trying to figure out what Red Arrow is, and they all know what it is, but they know that if they tell Simone, she's going to freak out. So Bobby steps out, and Lily out of nowhere is like, excuse me, are you sleeping with him? Wait, what? I'm sorry. No, yes, I'm Lily. I'm Simone. Yeah, I know who you are. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, I'm a happy married woman. Oh, me too, me too. So when they keep trying to, badger Alan for answers, he's like, look, I can't let you leave the office. We're on lockdown right now. So it gets to the point where they just jump him. Like Alan tries to block the door, but they get a hold of his arms and Lily knees him under the belt. Then he's on the floor like, oh, I don't get paid enough for this. So he limps out trying to chase him. Now, back over outside of the Oval, Bobby and Max are standing out there, and Eli and Victoria are still alive. They found a pulse, and they're taken to the infirmary because the halls are cleared. And Bobby's like, wait, who was at the door? Max is like, it was me. So after, Victoria and Eli are taken away, Donald calls Kyle, Sam, Bobby, and Max into the Oval. It's like, first of all, don't tell nobody a damn thing because we got to keep this under wraps. And it's like, how did this happen? And it's like, sir, I don't know. I was outside of the door. No one came in. No one came in the entire time. And then it's like, well, somehow somebody came into this Oval and attacked the president and Victoria. We got to figure this out right now. Some sort of secret interest. And Sam is like, there might be one. What do you mean? Because like, there might have been one that was sealed off, but they probably ripped their way through. So they look around trying to figure it out because Donald says, okay, Bobby, Max, you go with Sam, try to figure it out. We'll just wait here. So out of nowhere, you got Lily and Simone bursting into the Oval, and Alan creeps up. Sir, I tried to stop him. Kyle's like, yeah, he didn't try hard enough. And I'm thinking, damn. So they explain the situation without exactly telling the details. So she knows about the red arrow and the fact that Eli was attacked. And it's like, so what happened? And she's like, I want to go to the press. Like, and Donald's face, because Lily's like, Simone, you don't want to do that. Why not? Donald doesn't like to be threatened. I don't give up what Donald wants or likes. So she's like, take me to the infirmary or else. Donald's like, I will take you to the infirmary, ma'am. So she starts thinking like, who did this? I bet you did it too. He's like, ma'am, I did not do anything. Let's just go to the infirmary. So they go and they find, Eli and Victoria strapped up to IVs and whatnot, trying to get them back, to the land of the living because they do have a pulse, but due to the hanging, there's a lack of oxygen to their brain and they're trying to fix that. So she just starts freaking out because Bobby and Sam and a few other guards come into the room because she starts, saying, you did this, you wanted them out of the way and you wanted my husband out of the way in the office. Yeah. And then it's like, and then Donald just loses cool. Ma'am, would you please shut the, he doesn't say all that, but he wanted to. So Simone gets restricted to the infirmary because when she threatens to go to the press, Sam stops her at the door. And then they pretty much say, you're staying right here. So Lily gets taken back to Donald's office. Donald is just like, Sam, I don't want to hear anything. So Bobby's the last one left and says, look, Donald didn't do it. Who did? Because, they know who did it. And that's why Simone started freaking out. So Bobby leaves and it's just Simone and one of the nurses, which I don't know what they were thinking, because at the end of the episode, Simone notices, the nurse checking their vitals and everything and placing some meds in Victoria's IV, because while she's looking on with concern at Eli, she's looking with disgust at Victoria. And she asks about, their current state of health. And the nurse says, there are some good signs, but if you want like the clear breakdown, just wait for the doctor. It's like, what's that you're putting into the IV? And it's like, well, it's like, I can get you the medical terms and everything in a moment. And then Simone fakes like she's lightheaded and asks the nurse to go get her something. It's like, I'll bring you some water. So then while the nurse steps out, Simone goes over to the bottle, takes some, overdoses the IV, and then messes with the machine. And I'm thinking, holy crap. Now, before we wrap up the review, because we're almost done, Donald tells Sam about the Priscilla situation. Look, Sam, I don't want to hear it. Priscilla is going to go back up there and try to talk to Hunter and figure things out. And in the midst of this, Sam does mention how they found the tunnels and those tunnels are being guarded, which indicates that if Hunter and his crew really did break into the Oval, they plan on doing it again, which was kind of disappointing because I figured that, with Sam, Bobby, and Max, if they went through the way that Jason brought Hunter and his crew into the Oval, wouldn't they have found whatever Jason had stashed away? That's one thing I'm kind of disappointed by, because they really built it up like there was some scary stuff down there, but we haven't heard anything about it. Unless Jason, I don't know, took them another route and they didn't see it. Because like don't just build this stuff up and then we never find out what it is. All right. So after that we have, oh yeah, I mentioned earlier how Kyle went to see Priscilla when she was on the phone with Nancy to come see Donald, and Donald just asked her, hey, if you could just go back up to the residency, that would be a big help to us. And after she leaves, Kyle and Donald discuss their situation, and the fact that Donald looked way better and do a more capable job at the Oval as the president than any of these clowns. And Kyle tries to get something started, and Donald's like, look, this is not the time or place. Well, hey, how about after it calms down later tonight? Look, I'll think about it. But I need you to go up and follow behind Priscilla and see if you can find out how the progress is going with that. And he also wants Lily to be brought to him from Alan's office. And of course, we see how that goes next week. But yeah, this was a banger episode. The Oval is cooking, and I'm here for it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.